Hi everybody! I am so excited to be recording this video because I have a new camera and it is so much better than my old one because I was using a phone before. So my frame was really small and it was really annoying. So now you can see a lot more and it's going to make it a lot easier for me to show you stuff. So I have a ton of beaded things to teach you. I've been trying to, you know, I've got my husband to finally knuckle down and get me a camera, finally, after having nothing but a phone for a long time. Oh my gosh. So, I guess I'll teach this one for now, because it's been sitting here forever. Okay, I already made a chain. So, here's a chain, a spiral rope that I made for this coming necklace. And here's the actual pendant. It is a lentil kind of cab like this. And it's, I got them online. I think I got them from Super Gems, I think, on eBay. And this person's really cool. They've got lots of stuff and it's free shipping. So I was like, score. Because usually I get gouged on shipping when it comes to being in Canada. So anyway, when I get a cab, I often think to myself, how would that look if I, you know, used, you know, some different beads on it. So here I just encased the front. Let's see if I can zoom in for you. Here we go. Anyway, I encased the front with some rulla beads. These come from scarabeads.com, rulla beads. They are like a cream color. Rulla spelled R-U-L-L-A. And they're neat. They're a 2-hole bead, but they're different than a, they're different than a brick bead, because they're a cylinder shape with 2 holes, like so. So they're different. And I wasn't sure how they would hold for a setting, but they work out great. So there you have it. And this is the back. I just did some netting with some pink delicas and my cream colored 15s, and I used some fuchsia bicones and some Padparadscha 3mm bicones. These ones are 4, of course, and it all looks really cool because the stone has so much pink in it. Thread this needle here. Okay. So These 15s are Toho, just so you know. They're called Opaque Light Beige. And the color number is all worn off, so I don't know what color number it is. But anyway, you're going to thread on, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like 13 beads, 13 rulla beads, and 13 15s. Five. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. Let's just be sure to 6, 10, 12. Yep, 13. Move these out of the way. My room is a bit crazy. Alright, so I'm gonna go through and around and make a round. Try not to stab yourself. There. Little hat. Now. Yeah, right. Wow. Was. Of course, now it's time you go up through the second hole of your rulla bead. And grab a couple of delicas. Go through the next hole. Like so. The thing with this type of cab that's got this lentil shape is that you need kind of height to enclose it. It's not like having just a flat back. So I'm making these rulla beads a bit wider spread apart. And then we need a few rows of netting on the back to secure it. So it's really just like having a really decorative front to your setting. I don't know what it is lately. I swear it's like hormonal or something, because every so often, like, I just like explode with ideas. It's rather interesting. Because there are other times when I'm like, I can't think of anything at all. Even though I have all these cool beads in my collection, I just can't think of anything to do with them. It's really strange how that happens. Oh, and I guess I should have told you how big the cab is that I'm working with. It is not terribly big. It's about 3/4 of an inch in diameter. So it's not super big. Which is nice if you want to just have like a little charm for a pendant instead of like a big one. Okay. Now we have this. Now let me think. Okay, I realize what I did now. So I'm just going to come through one of the delicas like that. Keeping your tension on it. And 1/15. And then these fuchsia ones come to play. They are perfect with these cabs. They're like the same color. It's great. Okay, so grab one of your 4mm like this, and then another 15. Bring your first 15 and your 4mm down, and then keep your other 15. This is how I do it. Keep your other 15 there. And then go down through the 4mm and the first 15 you strung, and then through the second delica, the rulla bead, and the next delica like that. Ooh, fuzzy. There. And it should center up a little bit once we get more going. Alright, so 15 and a bicone, let those fall, and then another 15 that you hold on to. And then you go like that, go down through the 4mm and the 15, through the delica, through the rulla, and then the next delica. It's just that easy. Of course, we have a tangle. Yay, tangle. Okay, so a 15, a 4mm, and another 15. Hold on to the last 15. And then go through the 4mm and the first 15, the delica, the rulla, and the next delica. Like that. And I know they're all kind of leaning a little bit like this, but they will straighten up. So you just do this all the way around. Go through the 11, the rulla, and then the 11. Boop. And I have one more. So 15, 4, 15. Skip the first 15, go through the 4, go through the second 15, go through the 11 and the rulla and the 11. Ah, there. Now we have like a little sunburst. It'd be fun to make a pendant just like that with nothing in the middle. But in this case, we are ornamenting the front of this like that. So, now what do I do? I'm coming out, this time, I'm coming out of the 15 at the bottom there of my 4mm, and I'll grab my smaller crystal and go through the 15. And this way will be better. There, like that. There. So I'm going to do that. It's actually working. Look at that. Wow. On my last one, I'm going up through the bicone as well. My silly throat. Okay, so we have those. Now, we just need to add some 15s and one last row of bicones. Small bicones, not the 4mm. So, I've gone up through my 4mm, and I'm going to go through my 15 atop there. And I'm going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is usually a good number. And go through the 2.5mm bicone down below. There we go. Woo! Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we come up and go through, just through the 15 on top of the 4. There. Like that. So you get like a little frame of beads. This way it'll help your 4mm stay in the right position, so they won't want to wobble around on you. Four, 5. bicone. So you're like turning your little spokes into kind of like flower petals, like there. Now I have this neat little flower. So I am going to find where I am. There we go. I'm coming out of not the bead that's right on top of the bicone, but the one next to it. So you're going to be going through like the 3 beads there. So we're going to take our little bicones, 2.5 or 3 mil, and go through, come on, the bead next to the one right on top of the bicone, the one right on top, and then the one right after that. So you're going through 3 like that. There. And then you kind of cinch it together. One, 2, 3 15s. Oh, there we go. Some of them are getting snug now. One, 2, 3. Bead. 1, 2, 3. It's gonna kind of cup a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay. It won't hurt anything. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm so glad that you can see this. I can see it on my screen and it looks really good, and I don't have to hold anything right up to the lens. That's what I had to do with my old camera. I had to be like, because it wouldn't zoom. If any of you have tried to zoom using your iPhones, it doesn't work. And I don't like that it doesn't work. Okay, so here I am. I've gone through a bicone here, and I'm going to go through 2 15s like that next to it, and then I'm going to go spread that out a bit, just a bit, because it's nice to have a little bit of curve on these. I'm going to bring this little tail up. Alright, now I'm going to go back down through the bicone and through the 15 right below it. Yeah, because cupped it kind of has this pretty little, looks, it could be almost, you know, used as a component. It's really not that big. Anyway, now what I'm going to do is go through a delica and a rulla and a delica. That seems like a good plan. I'm going to get this kink out of my file line. There we go. Decide which is your front, because with these lentil style beads, you know, you can pick which side you like better. I think I like this side better. It's got more pink on it. There. So now what I'm going to do is start netting like I did on this one. There's the other one right there. So I did a little net of 5 and then 5 again and then 3 and then 1. Okay. It's usually how I do it. So I'm going to take this out for now. 5. Okay, so 1, 2 pink delicas, 1 15 and 2 more delicas will give you 5. And we are going to jump over the rulla bead and go through. Well, what did I do? How did I manage it? Oh, wow, okay. I went through. Sometimes I trick myself. Just uncup this for a minute. I went through, originally, I went through this 15 right here, but I don't want to do that. It seems kind of crazy. So I'm going to go through. I'm going to skip a rulla and go through a delica, a rulla, and another delica. There. That's a nice spread right there. Can you see that? I can see it. It's right here. Okay. So we will uncup this as we go so that we can get into those little places. So you're just going to keep adding 5. So 2 delicas, 1 15, and 2 delicas. Skip a rulla, a delica, a rulla, and a delica. Delica, a rulla, and a delica. It sounds like a rap from the early 90s. Wow. Lame. Okay. Alright. My memory got full, so I ran out of space. But here's what we're doing. I'm now into the second round on my back of my setting. So I'm coming out of these 3 beads. I've got 5 more already on. And I'm going to pull them like that. See? And I'll go through my cream one like that, my 15. And we'll grab 2 delicas, a 15, and a 2 delicas, I should say. And then go through the next 15. Like that. Classic netting. 2 delicas, a 15, and 2 delicas. And through the 15 of the next group of 5. Oh, now I know I can't see. I have my glasses on. I'm one of those weirdos that can't bead with glasses. 2 delicas, a 15, and 2 more delicas. And we go through the 15 here. Delicas, a 15, delicas, and the 15 in the next bunch. You don't need to use delicas if you don't want to. You can use regular seed beads. This is just netting, so it doesn't really have to be the cylinder bead. And we're about halfway there now. Once you get, here's my original. Once we do it a couple of times, there's 2 groups of 5, 2 rows I should say. And the next row will be a row of 3. And then we'll just go around and cinch everything tightly with our stone inside there. And we'll just use a row of 15s to really torque everything together. And then it'll be done. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to finish my row and I will be back shortly. Okay, here we are. I've gone through the 15 of the first row of 5s right here. And then I'm going to step up through the next 2 delicas and the 15 of the second row. And I'm going to twist this back in on itself. I had it kind of unfolded a little bit so that there would be some room. Well, let's just see how this stone wants to sit in there right now. We'll see if we need to do a little more work. Come on. Sometimes you just need to coax your netting. Come on out. There we go. There. Okay. So I've got my stone in there. So now we'll do 3, a group of 3. So a delica, a 15, and a delica. We'll go through. Wow. It's still early morning. Okay. We'll go through the next delica, the group of 5. Pull. Delica, 15. Delica. And 15. Delica, 15, delica, through the 15 of the round before. Delica, 15, delica, but not anything else. Through that 15 there, like so. Delica, 15, delica, through the 15, delicate, 15, delicate, through the 15 again, pulling, see that net starting to happen? That's what you want. It's the best way to close things in. I love netting. Delicate, 15, delicate. Through the first 15 we went through, because we've come around now. And now we'll go through the first delicate and 15 of the group of 3 that we did in this row. Okay, now we're going to do our row of 1 bead. Let me just check to see exactly what I did. Okay. So, we're going to go through only the 15s of the previous row where we added 3 beads to our net. And then we'll be starting to get ready to reinforce and tie everybody off, and then the beadworking will really tighten up and hold itself together. So there's only a few, because this is a small cab. Right now the netting is very, very loose, because the front of my work is loose and I don't want to pop the stone out the front, because that could very well happen. There. Now we're all the way around. Alright. So now I have another needle somewhere. Here it is. Here's the front. Kind of a cup shape right now, but that's okay. So now I like to just give a bit of a pull, not too hard, and start your half hitch knots. I'm sure you can do this. You know how to do this. You go under your previous thread and through your loop, and pull. And if you do it twice, it's a surgeon's knot. But let's do it again here. I like to do it until and here's a double where you go through twice for added strength. I like to do it as much as I can with my thread until it gets too short, and then I just have to cut it off. My general rule that I like to stick with though when half hitch knotting is not to cut directly on a knot, especially if you're making a ring, for example, and you're using stretch cord. Don't cut it on the knot. Just don't. It'll come right apart. And you'll be really mad at yourself. So, where are my scissors? Oh, I think I left them all out in the other room. Well, I'll just use some trimmers. That'll work. Maybe. I'll cut it off later. That trimmer isn't a very good trimmer. Okay. Yeah. My phone. Okay, I'm going to go through the back and reinforce it, and then we can see what we have. So I'll be right back. Alright, here I am with my finished component. Ta-da! I made 3. I made an extra while you weren't looking. There we go. I think they're really, really cool. I like them a lot. And I think I will use, you could use these in a lot of things. You could turn them into a, like a row necklace, or you could use one as a pendant. Perfectly respectable pendant. But I want to do something different. So I think what I'm going to do is call this video a wrap, and I'm going to create a smaller component that goes along with this to make a bracelet, because I think these would make a really cool bracelet together with some other components. So I will definitely get to making that, and you'll see what that's about, but I will do it in another video, so that if you don't want to do that, then you don't have to watch it. So, but I hope you will anyway, because I love you, and I hope you love me. So yeah, just a note, to reinforce these, I went through the back a couple of times, and then I came out to the edges, and I reinforced by going through all of my bicones and 15s that are out here along the edge, and I cinched those in, and that cinches this a little snugger so that it's not flared out as much with the bicones. If you want to keep that flare, that's totally fine. You just don't want to pull too tight when you reinforce everything. So anyway, there's your cute little bezel, a bezeled stone. You could even do this on some big round Swarovski stones, be they Rivoli or not. That would totally work, and it would be really pretty. So anyway, good luck with this. Have fun. Do come and show me what you made on Facebook. I'm dying to see what you guys make. And the colors you pick and how you did it, and I love that. I love collaborating, and I love seeing what people do. So come visit me on Facebook, and I will link to the source where I got my rulla beads from on eBay, and yeah, I will see you in the next video where I will make the components that go into this, and then we'll make a bracelet. So I hope to see you in the next video, and I will talk to you very, very soon. So, bye! Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see this channel thrive. I'll talk to you soon. Bye!